Hello students, last time we studying about the epithelial tissue, that in which I told you about the epithelial tissues and function of the epithelial tissues. Today we are going to tell you types of the epithelial tissues. Mainly epithelial tissues are of the three types. One is the squamous epithelium, second one the cuboidal epithelium, and next one the columnar epithelium. Now we have to discuss one by one. First, squamous epithelium. It is of the two types. One is the simple squamous epithelium and other is the stratified squamous epithelium. So first we discuss about the simple squamous epithelium. Simple squamous epithelium is composed of single layer of cell. It is consists of the composed of the single layer of plate, tube-like, plate, tile-like, polygonal cells and forms a delicate lining. Structure of this cell is given here. It is a basement membrane uh, on which this cell is kept, and nucleus, cytoplasm, and this one is cement material is there, and location where it is found. Location, it lines the heart, blood vessels, lymphatic vessels and lung alveoli. Now next one is function. It forms the selectively permeable surface through which the exchange of materials take place. Now next one. So next one is the stratified squamous epithelium. Stratified squamous epithelium, it consists of two or more layers of cells in different shape. I told you that is the simple squamous epithelium, that was made up of the single layer of cells. But here stratified squamous epithelium consists of two or more layers of the cells of different shapes. It makes different strata. So name given as the stratified squamous epithelium. Location where it is found. It makes lines of the esophagus, oral cavity, skin is what we see is our skin. Our skin is also a squamous epithelium. Function. Main function of this epithelium is for the protection. So protects underlying parts of body from mechanical injury, entry of germs, chemicals and drying. Now next issue we have to discuss about the columnar epithelium. Next one, columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelium. The cells are pillar-like. Cells are elongates and they are kept at the basement membrane. This is the basement membrane and they are large and they form just like the pillar. So name is given as the columnar epithelium. One more peculiar feature is there. There's the nucleus is found towards the basement membrane. So this is the basement membrane. Basement and this is the nucleus. So the cells of columnar epithelium are pillar-like. The nuclei toward the basal part, for sometimes when the free surface of when the free surfaces of columnar epithelium contains cilia, such type of tissue is called as the ciliated columnar epithelium. Ciliated columnar epithelium. Sometimes suppose this is the epithelium, and if it bears cilia at the fringe, so such epithelium is called as the ciliated columnar epithelium. If it contains the cilia at the fringe, it is called as the ciliated columnar epithelium. Location where they are be found. What is location of this epithelium? Location. The inner lining of stomach, inner lining of stomach, small intestine and colon. Stomach, small intestine and colon. Ciliated columnar epithelium lines are found in respiratory tract. The ciliated columnar epithelium are found in the respiratory tract. The respiratory tract, kidney tubules, etc. Kidney tubules, etc. Function, observation and secretion. Now next in the function, what is function of this tissue? After location, next one is the function of this tissue. Function. Main function is observation and secretion. So they are involved in the observation, just like the since it is found in alimentary canal, so they meant for the observation of the food material as after digestion, and after digestion, that is the glucose is produced, amino acid is produced. These things are digested food materials are absorbed by the tissue and also help in the secretion, as just like the mucus that is secreted by the goblet cells. And ciliated columnar epithelium helps in the movement of substances. So ciliated columnar epithelium helps in the movement of substances like mucus, etc. Now next one, the cuboidal epithelium. Next one is the cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium. These cells are cube shaped. Cube shaped. Just like you see the diagram, cells are just like the cube. This is the basement membrane, and cells are just like the cube. With a centrally located nucleus. So this is the road side on which it is kept, and this is called the basement membrane. Basement, and this one is nucleus. So location where they are found. In location, form the lining of kidney tubules. Form the lining of kidney tubules. Linings of kidney tubules and glands, and it forms the lining of kidney tubules and glands. As glands mean that is the endocrine gland as well as the exocrine gland, and the salivary gland and other glands. It also forms the germinal epithelium of gonads. It also forms the germinal epithelium of gonads. Germinal epithelium of gonads. Now next, last one is the function. Now function. So next one, the function of the cuboidal epithelium. Function: helps in observation, excretion, and secretion. It also provide mechanical support. Now next on the glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium. This glandular epithelium, as name indicates, epithelial cells after acquiring additional specialization as gland cells. Such epithelium is called glandular epithelium. As sweat gland, mammary gland, salivary gland, endocrine glands, these are the examples of the glandular epithelium. So in glandular epithelium, That epithelial cells, after acquiring additional specialization as gland cells, such epithelium is called glandular epithelium, as sweat gland, mammary glands, etc. etc. That's part today. Thank you.